This is live Celtic Thunder, Arts and Parts. And I am Brian Buru, the only chieftain to ever unite all of Ireland. I was born in 942 AD. And at the Battle of Connaught, where I beat William of Orange, I was assassinated as I was doing the rosary. You see, I'm Brian Buru of the Bloody Red, the only chieftain to unite all of Ireland in the history of the Emerald Isle. When I was assassinated, my 4 sons that came from my second wife on my third left-hand side, they created the 4 original counties, Lancaster, Munster, Limerick, and Gaul. And then they began to war. In the Irish history of the 1,000 rears of the races, they have never been united again. And there along the lines came the ruddy red Flynn, and from the descendants of the Floyns, the old Floyns and the Loyns. You see, the Flynns, the king of the kings, lord of the warriors, still have the neighbor's daughters. And through the savaging and the ravaging of the pilgrims, of the Vikings coming into Dublin and up through Galway and over through Mayo up the harbours, we fought them, and we whacked them, and we got them. And so, that's why the mantra for Flynn is, honor is the reward of virtue. And there we are, king of the kings, that's how we became. And Flynn is a large clan of Shanachie, Tinkerman, and true Irish rebels. All the way up through history, they came from the famine, and that was Michael Davitt, born in Strait, Ireland in the middle of the 1800s. And now I'm going to give you a little something else. It was Paddy McGinsey's ghost. He had an awful appetite. And one morning for breakfast he ate some dynamite, a large pack of matches, and a can of kerosene. And he topped it off with a wee bit of knife from the street. He sat by the fire, exploded with a bang. I bet you $1 no Canadians with the whiskers. Paddy McGinsey's ghost. And along came World War I, and Paddy Flynn, a member of the Amalgamated Moulder and Kindred Tradesmen Union, since 1912, conscripted by the bloody British Acre, and was into the Connaught Riflemen. And during the war, the big one that was going to end all the wars, the WW1 war, he became a prisoner from March of 1918 to the Armistice Day of November 1918. And then they let him go. He was held by the Germans. On Armistice Day, they sent him back to the Isle, where he fought in the Revolution. He fought the bloody Brits, along with McConnell and Davitt and Pierce and Connolly. And he hung with the big boy, Michael Collins himself. And the flying wing of the males with the guerrilla warfare taken, and they freed the 26. And along came the decision that the British, the bloody black and tans, did not want to pay him for his prisoner of war tax and time. They sued the bastards and won. And on this letter of reference, which I do have in my possession, it was signed by the secretary of the Amalgamated Moulder and Kindred Trade Union secretary on July 4th, 1920. And he came to America. And that's where the bloody British bastards, he began to raise the funds, built the monuments at the McDavitt, and then the bloody boys, the cousins and the male martyrs, 77. He from 366 to Julep Parkway to Rome. And he held his head high. And Bobby Sands, born in 1954, up to 81, the hunger strikers, the blanket men, which began in 76. So I'll be telling you what, you can't break the spirit of an Irishman. Too long a sacrifice makes a stone of the heart, but the revenge will be the laughter of our children. So thank you, and welcome to Celtic Thunder Arts and Parts, down here at the Aquarium Village in Newport, Oregon. And the number is 541-272-9193. So, they said, Mr. Flynn, most people kiss the bloody stone. Did you have to swallow the whole damn thing? So I looked him straight in the face and square in the eye. And I told him I didn't swallow it, I stole it. And you can't have the frickin' thing back. So, As long as the malarkey is continuing, the shenanigans will begin. Thank you, and please come on down.